SPY still moving down here a little bit. Again, it's very close to the 50-day moving average and that algo line. Low for the day on the SPY, 673.43. Pretty close to the low for the day here, and it was down below the 50-day moving average now, which is at 681. I'm sorry, 674.88. 674.88 is the 50-day moving average. The SPY is down below there. Want to go outside? Outside? I don't need more cookies. No more cookies. Want to go outside? Outside? Cookie? Cookie. Good boy. Hold on. That's it. Okay, so just kind of watching the market again. It's not doing much. It's probably not doing too much at all right now. Again, it's below the 50-day moving average. It's still below the 50-day moving average. Triple Qs have not even got up to the 50-day moving average today. They've been below it all day long. Very, very bearish candle on the Qs. It looks like it's heading back down to the 100-day moving average. Here it is. Here's the chart on it. It looks pretty bearish, moving down toward the 100. And again, the SPY right here, trying to bounce off of this algo line and get it back above the 50 again. Just have to wait and see. It's about 11:50 right now, and the market not showing any particular resilience here to the upside. Sam saw a great Santa rally. Yeah, this is a Santa rally, all right. Santa's delivering coal this year. All we can do is try to take advantage of it. And again, had a nice trade today on Oracle. Get in for about 980, anywhere from 950 to 980, and out sorry, for 880, 850 to 880, out for 980. A pretty nice trade on Oracle this morning. KSS still working fine. That's a weekly ATM, trading at 22.77, still sitting right at the 8 exponential moving average. Is perfect for continuing to roll these puts out. All right, I'm going to look for some more stocks here for some potentially some intraday trades. Pretty tough right now. But I'm still looking at the short side and the long side, trying to find stocks with relative strength and relative weakness. SPY pulling down here. Again, it's pretty close to the low of the day. Bloom Energy still heading down. Down about almost 10% today in Bloom Energy. Silver above the high of the day, gold falling suit. Thank you very much. Yeah, precious metals have been pretty good. Gold is moving up here again, up 0.69%. Silver up 4.4%. Silver, definitely the strongest of the gold and silver. Both of those. Market Journal is still coming in here. They were going up, they're moving down. This is likely to turn back to yellow here in just a minute, or even red. SPY still coming in. SPY's on pretty much on the low of the day right now, back below yesterday's low. It's a pretty ugly move here right now in the SPY. Still coming in. Silver nice and strong here. Getting some good volume. It's actually an cat setup in silver, SLV. Cat because again it's outperforming the SPY tremendously. Here's the SPY right here, moving up. It's got big volume here all of a sudden. It's had pretty big volume all day, and the daily chart is very strong on it. Okay, so it's got a nice catalyst. So it's got some nice volume, and I like it. I like it for an cat trade, or even for a regular in the money call. Again, it has options expiring today and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the gold and silver. So I took the SLV UMCAT. I took it for, I took the 60/50s, just slightly out of the money. Took the 60/50s. I paid, what did I pay for them? 16 cents. 16 cents. I got a sell order in at 28. I might knock that down to 26. 24 would be 50% profit. It's trading at 20 right now. SPY again, pretty choppy here. Not really much going on. Market's just drifting down below the 50-day moving average. Market's still coming down here. Again, next support on the SPY, now it's below the algo line, is 670.97, 670.97. SLV pulling back here. And I do have an OMCAT on that, which is getting beaten down right now, but I'm going to hold it for a bit. Hey, 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 hey. Truth home? Truth home? Truth home? Here she comes, Raffy. Here she comes. She's by you coming into the driveway.
Who's making omelet? No, I didn't.
Oh, just okay.
We have enough for
Yeah, we got enough for today.
Yeah, I was not enough time to overpopulated and clean.
Oh, that's right. You can
I
imagine.
don't imagine.
Jesus. Your schedule is brutal.
I know. And then I have, but that's not food. I have PT tomorrow.
Jesus.
I was done with that.
Good Lord. All right, so what do we got here right now? Right now the market's still pretty weak. I'm in silver, by the way. I've got the other money on silver right now, but we'll see what happens with that. SPY still kind of drifting down, riding right along the 8 just below it. Hey, Sacklin. Thoughts on ASML chart? Seems to be in a gap. ASML, yeah, big technology stock. Yeah, here's the ASML daily chart right here. Now you can see it's obviously like the other techs, it's semis, it's kind of breaking down. It is in a gap from here to here. Right, so there's your gap. Oops, not there, not that far. Kind of an odd gap though. This is a gap up. So now it's in a gap. It's moving down to fill this gap up. But yeah, it's in a gap. And this is expensive stock, by the way. 1,028 here on this thing. Pretty weak today. Breaking down. There's your market coming in. Your market internals coming in. But not something I'm going to trade. Not off this price action. They had some good volume this morning. For a short, but right now not really that good. So and it's pretty expensive. obviously 1028. Hey Doug, swing trades, though rarely lost, sometimes have big losses. When the new out-of-the-money method loses, what are the typical losses? By the way, got another winner on SPY Super System. Well, I've only got 4 losses on intraday trades on those things, and I think I had one that was 100% because it was so cheap that there wasn't any point in selling it, and the other ones are running about 35 or 40% losses on them. But there's very few. I mean, very few. What kind of trade you want to in silver? On silver, I took this is an UMCAT trade, Zion, on SLV. I took an MCAT trade, which I took the 60-50 calls. 60-50, they're out of the money calls. So that's an UMCAT trade. I didn't take it in the money. I specified why I'm taking UMCAT in that particular one, based on the volume on it. The volume is good. It's got good relative strength today. Had blue candles right now. They're back to green again, but I still like the 60-50s. And I didn't pay very much for it. I paid because silver doesn't make massive moves usually, but I paid 16 cents for it. I think, yeah, I paid 16 cents. 18 cents for the 60-50 calls. I paid 18 cents for it. They're at 16 right now. I've got a sell order at 28 on it, on silver. Now it's 18, right back to what I paid for right now. And I got a $28 sell order on it. Stock needs to run up about, it's trading at 60.24. Probably needs to run up to about, I would guess about 60.40 or so. If it gets anywhere close to 60.50, I'll probably cancel my sell order and see if I can get some more out of it. Well, a couple of months. No, I don't think it'll take. Doug wants to know how long before I have a video on the UMCAT method. And I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be that long. I suspect first part of January. I mean, with the holidays and stuff. But I'm getting enough. I took it today, Zion, and I took it with expiration today, Zion on the silver, expiring the 17th. They gold and silver have, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday expirations on them. So I took it for the 17th because I'm looking to just take it today, and so I'm looking for the cheapest one I can get. Well, cheapest one based on a stock price, a price the stocks can actually get to. You know, I'm not going to go up to 62 or something. So yeah, it'll be less than a couple of months, Doug. I think I'll probably have this thing firmed up in the next 3 weeks or so. I'm in the 60s right now, probably closing in on 70 pretty soon. Trades executed, and they're working very well. And I'm trying to get the methodology defined as best I can. Again, the tricky part is because I'm looking for stocks that are trading with blue candles on my TC2000 platform, which is Bollinger Band's expansion. And I need some way to kind of see that on here, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I paid for today's expiration, Zion. I paid 18 cents for the 60-50s on silver. I'm looking to get out at 28. If I get out at 27 cents would be a 50% profit on the trade. Core weave bounced back up again. I took that off. Took profits in that from overnight. Energy up today for change. Again, about 12:15 right now. SPY just drifting around. Very, very poor day for trading. The markets. We were fortunate to get that Oracle trade in. that worked out really nice for us. You see that it's since we get out, it's bounced up quite a bit from there, and that was a nice exit for us on Oracle. We get out at 980. It's back down to 805 right now. Again, this is the kind of market where you've got to take advantage of it when you can. You can't be sitting around too long waiting for things to keep on going. You got to take profits when you can. That's why swing trading is so difficult. The overnights are just killing these trades.
That's funny. Old belly. Interesting.
Getting pretty small candles now on the SPY and the Qs. So stock to move sideways. Again, SPY still trading down below the 50-day moving average by quite a bit. Oops. But again, yesterday it did this and bounced back up. We'll see if it does it today. I just have no idea which way the market's going to go. Just looking to see if we can get a bounce in silver, that's all. Hey Gary, what kind of open interest are you looking for the UMCAT trades? You know, I haven't really looked at open interest that much on these things. I kind of look at the volume on them. Shy on the charts, ES is right at the 50 and is a high volume support. NQ is also right at horizontal support. Thank you very much. So you're anticipating a bounce, I'm guessing. If I look at the silver trade I took, not anticipating anything, Shy? No, okay. I understand. On silver, I took the 60-50 calls. All right, so we're talking about liquidity here, right? It's interesting. It has 1,800, a little over 1,800 shares of contracts of open interest on it, on the 60-50. But the number of contracts traded today, 12,959. Now, of course, it expires today, so the open interest is going to go away today. But this is all volume. The 60 calls today have traded 24,000. So there's a pretty large number of contracts going through on the silver, which is back down to 13 by 15 cents right now. Again, I paid 18 cents for these, so we'll see where they go. Harry, UTHR looks like a good long, new all-time high, right? UTHR. We've traded this one before. Yeah, nice move in United Therapeutics. It's a biotech. $500 stock. Moving up beautifully here. Daily chart looks like this. Nice move in UTHR. Breaking out. I don't know how extended is. 496 is where the 8 is. So it's about $16 extended. And the ATR is 10. Yeah, it's about 1.5 ATRs extended. SLV, we'll see what it does. And market again, very tough here. And now the silver trade here, this is like taking a trade on a Friday, okay, because it expires today. The expiration is 17th and 19th. I took the 17th because I want to get out today. But I'm with an in the money, with an out of the money call like this on a day of expiration, any kind of a move back is gonna eat up the premium pretty fast. So you want to see it keep going up. Right now it's 14 by 16 cents. And again, I want to see it move up towards 60.50. Most of the gains on silver, by the way, came off the gap up this morning. Market internal start to move up right now. Market moving up toward the VWAP now. Silver also starting to move up. Careful with shorts right here. This buy is likely to go ahead and try to test this VWAP. Looking for silver to clear 60.34. That's the high for the day. It's not going to trade with it. It typically doesn't trade with the market, so. A couple questions over here in YouTube. You know I normally advocate for in-the-money options, but for an expensive stock, ASML, could you take an out-of-the-money stock to stimulate the smaller position size due to the smaller delta? You know, I'll tell you, I'm not going to advocate that. I would say if you like ASML, short, and if spreads are big like that, I would do a debit spread on it. Now that's typically what I do in wide spreads like that, debit spreads. Call debit spreads or put debit spreads. You realize you are only paying for extrinsic value, but for someone with the one contract phase, is the trade-off worth it? or would you do something else? I would, on something like that, Nikki, I would, if that was, if you're in that kind of a position on a trade like that, I wouldn't take it. I would recommend against taking that trade if you don't do a debit spread, if it's too expensive, going out of the money like that, just to make it cheaper, without any other criteria to do it, I would not do it. I mean, sometimes it'll work, but you're putting yourself in a very awkward position of taking a trade that it's taken with just that criteria. All right, there are other criteria where we can do it, but that's not one of them. And I would say you're putting yourself in a position where you're likely, if you keep doing those kind of trades, you're going to lose money. I wouldn't take it, either debit spread or not take the trade at all. There's silver with a little bounce here. It's kind of what you want to see. Just went through the high of the day, which was 60.34. About 12, come out 12.27 right now. Hey, Joe. When you see all the volume, you look at the market makers pushing the price out of the $60 below. Oh, and silver, yeah. AVGO I would trade a balanced butterfly on it. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Balanced butterfly. If you don't talk about butterflies, you could go to the Discord room. Joe does butterflies a lot over there. I'm not going to trade them here. I mean, I take them, but I'm not going to go through them. We've got enough strategies right now. road up to the house, overrode Johnson, just rode right past him. That's four of those that just happened this year in the house. So he's no leadership.
No.
He's basically nothing but a figurehead. He's a Trump flunky.
He's no fun. He has no fun.
So and that's going to pass when it goes. They're not going to be able to do it until January, but it's going to pass. But of course, it will get stopped in the Senate. But they're going to make the Senate vote on it, which is going to be very embarrassing for these people. Yeah. Trump speaking. He was speaking in a Hanukkah thing today. What did he say? Omar Island, whatever name is that represents the president, she hates Jews, just like a lot of these other Democrats hate Jews. You got to be very particular. How about you? You hate everybody.
How about you with the Salazar issue?
Pitiful, pitiful. But the House, the Republicans they're in complete, absolute chaos. It's really quick, it's really. Oh, it's nice. All he did was talk about radio. What a great, I don't understand how people can't see what a great job I'm doing. The support's sinking further, it's down to 29%. Two more Republicans announced they're not going to run for re-election. They're failing.
What took him so fucking long?
Because they have no spines.
Really, this is embarrassing. It's about 12:36. I'm going to get some lunch pretty soon.
Not quite yet, but fairly soon. Arm looks nice and weak. Saw 10% extended from the D1. On arm, yeah, I mean, most of the trades I've been taking, I haven't been swinging, so I'm not as concerned about the extension from the 8 exponential moving average as if I was swinging the things. But yeah, it is extended but it is a nice short. The arm setup is a pretty nice short right here. If I look at it on the 5-minute chart, it was a good short in here. It's getting a little flat here right now. I would wait for another breakdown before I would took it short, but it's definitely a short setup on the daily chart for sure. Watching silver, putting in new highs each time. Haven't got filled on it yet. Trying to get filled at 28 cents. That would be over 50% profit. You got the SLV trade late for 10 cents. It's all for 20. 100%. That's what you want to do. Nice job on that one. Get it for 10 cents. It's excellent. Nice job, Gary. You picked it off a nice low and 100% umcat trade for Gary. Nice job. ARM is a good one to watch though for potential paid to be late. Yeah. ARM definitely is a decent short setup right now. I need silver to move up pretty close to 60.50, I would say, to get my 28 cents for this. I'm getting it for 18. It's going for about 22 right now. So it's up about 20% at the moment. What's the SPY doing? Not much. Moved up toward the VWAP. Now it's just, this is really, again, this is very similar. Yes, we've been drifting down, but it's this terrible price action. Market internals are just chopping up and down and up and down and up and down. Just no pace to it at all. Hey Ruth. Hey Ruth. Ruthie.
What?
Jeff Tiedrich's headlines today.
Yeah.
Susie Wiles shit talks sewer clowns.
She what?
She shit talks the sewer clowns. Hilarity ensues. What a fucked up organization.
Oh yeah, I've read Lisa's card.
Oh yeah. All right, gonna get ready for lunch here. Hey, Shai. Silver gold, very technical. They'll always visit the 815 on the way up or down. VWAP is a magnet as well. You have to remember the futures on those are widely traded worldwide. Yes, they certainly are. As opposed to the indexes where the ETFs are dictating the volume and move. In contrast to NQES. Thank you very much. Ari, ConocoPhillips with relative strength on gas and oil. ConocoPhillips. Yeah, up today 3%. But they've been, oil's been getting pounded here. Here's Conoco, right here. You see this big pull down and getting a bounce here today. Again, I'm sure the blocking the oil tankers in Venezuela probably is having some impact on gasoline prices or oil prices. Again, I'm still in SLV. Get up to see it hit my 60.50, so it's actually got to the point where I would be in the money on those things, but it's pulled back just a bit. Still only trading about 24 cents right now. Again, I have 28 cents as a sell order. I could take it off here and make about 40% or so, 35%. I'm going to give it a little chance. Again, it expires today, so I can't give it too much time. So I'll probably take it off before I get to lunch. I'm just going to watch here the next few candles. Market internals moving up now. This area just chopping all over the place. Silver hanging there close to the 60.50 level. AORT, another biotech, Ari. AORT. Just short of the high, all-time high. Yep, AORT right here. So the biotech. It's moving up pretty nicely, really. I mean, it chops around, but it's still moving up pretty nicely there. Just shy of the all-time high. Thank you very much. I said he'd be exiting silver here. Copper is starting to roll over, and gold as well. Silver will follow. Yeah, gold with a little bit of a red here. Yeah, which I'm going to probably take silver off anyway just to get my lunch. Whoops. Wrong one. There's silver right there. So I'm going to back off my profit target a bit. So I took my silver off. I took it off at 22. So I only made $4 a contract on that thing. But I'm going to take it off. Again, I'm going to get some lunch, and I also don't, I can't hold this thing all day because it's it's still out of the money, and I'm going to get some. I'm going to get a lot of time decay if I don't take it off pretty soon. So that's why I did. Okay, I'm out of silver. Took profits in it. Not as much as I'd like here. About 20%. But I'm okay with it. It may bounce again. I don't know. Shai's got a good point. If gold and copper are rolling over, silver will probably follow. But I'm sitting pretty close to my level here. But the problem is, if this expired Friday, I would probably hold it a little bit longer this afternoon because I can afford a little bit of compression or pullback with my options. But they expire today, so I don't really have that much room. And it's popping up here again right now. It's popping up right now. Again, I got out at 22. It's going up at 26 right now. So I could have probably got my 28 if I waited a few more minutes. But anyway, I'm going to grab some lunch. So thank you very much for bearing with me here during this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down the YouTube feed. Thank you very much, YouTubers, for being here today. We'll be back tomorrow about 11:30 to do it all again. So you have a great afternoon and trade well.